Ladies and gentlemen, we're back into it. The Trails in the Sky, second chapter. And my camera got yanked. Let me go ahead and unyank it. One of these days I'll find a solution that is firmly rooted, so I don't need to keep on pushing out of the way. Hello James, AQ, and hello Matthew. We are all done with all the missions from Chapter 5, aren't we? Or there were books, weren't there? There were still, like, 2 books that we needed to do. Still 2 books. Where are these books? They're not in the marketplace, are they? I already plunged it and got one of them. Yeah, you already have both of these. So I'm going to need a little bit of a chat assist going into this. We'll be at Raven U. Okay. Raven U is... right to the west. Lest you incur the wrath of a cartographer. Volume is from Carlos at Haken Gate. I get you. Say less, fam! I have some crafty farming. Could have at least piloted my characters somewhat in a way that they would at least focus down one of them. Piece of kick. Didn't look like it, based off me holding down the A button. Punch him! Nice. Critical hit, and you can hit as hard as a non-crit Zen. Good job. Alright, fine. Let me just... Zen, we all know that you are known for your healing. There you go. Anyways. Need to get cathartic with how many times this guy stood in my way during the escort mission. Thank you for the HP heal. Alright, where's Louie? Hi, Miss Bracer. Hey, Louie, you're doing great. Now the scary dragon is gone, won't bother people again. Now that you can play outside, he'll give me this book. What was a little kid doing with a book called Gambler Jack? Anywho, this is Gambler Jack, Volume 8. Last volume, we were introduced to a couple of our key players. Chapter 8, Hallie. The clock chimed the 11th hour. The match between Jack and Hallie was to start at midnight exactly. She waited the interim in Enrique's room. Your father became ill and died 7 years ago. That's what the girl had heard from her mother, but 3 years ago, she learned her father had died in a match. Hallie didn't have many memories of her father. She'd spent her childhood with her mother. That was exactly why, though, that each and every one was engraved into her heart as irreplaceable treasures. The things she remembered best were the sights in the gambling dens. She didn't often get to go along, but to her, the way her father could silence even the most finely dressed gentleman with his near magical card handling was something she admired with all her heart. The last memory Hallie had was of him taking her hand while she was in bed and telling her not to worry. Maybe that memory was what kept her from believing what her mother said about how her father died. After all, how could the strong, healthy man from that memory drop dead of illness so suddenly? One fateful moment, out shopping for her mother, she found herself heading on a whim to one of the gambling dens in the back street. There, overhearing some chatter from a few thugs, she came to understand the truth of her father's death. After all, to the types who frequent gambling dens, that match from 7 years ago was too famous not to talk about. Having learned the truth, she found herself consumed by one single emotion, the desire for revenge on Jack. Swearing she would become as good as her father, Hallie began frequenting the gambling dens and played with that one burning wish guiding her hands. It was Enrique who, hearing the rumors, spoke to Hallie first. 7 years before, betting on Jack, he had claimed victory in his conflict with Juan, and now he saw a chance to do the same again by setting King's daughter against Jack. And so, he brought the idea of recreating the match to her. To Hallie, it was the perfect means to an end. Cutting off connection with her mother, she joined Enrique's group. Being blessed with talent to begin with, and having abandoned all else to focus on improving, she reached King's level in barely 3 years. Sounds like Hallie's losing a bit of herself in the process. Hallie's eyes were distant as she waited quietly for the match. Perhaps those 3 years were running through them. Still seated, she bowed her head and let out a big, long sigh. "No need to let the weight of this drag you down, you know," Enrique said softly to her. "Don't worry," she replied. "Now that I'm here, my heart is as light as a feather." Apparently, she's got some jitters, some performance anxiety. Her face betrayed the lie in her words as a flicker of sorrow creased her features. But it was only for a moment. In the next, she was back to the same poker face. Right now, the only thing on my mind is seeing Jack lose. Hearing Hallie's words, Enrique's lips twisted up. Perhaps it was confidence in his victory that warped his face. He's setting her up for a fall, isn't he? I wonder how this is going to turn out. Is Enrique going to get his way again? Or maybe somehow he's going to get the short stick of it? Or is Jack going to throw the game and make Enrique lose everything? Haken Gate. So I need to go back to Bose, east, and then north. This guy. Always the persistence. You know, creepy sheep. You ain't getting these tootsies. Yes, we are done already. So, we're back to Bose. We head out east. And then we go east and north. I'm jonesing for that chapter 9. Is it going to be the end? Is it going to be like the end of the story? Is it going to be the climax of the story? Only one way to see. You know what, you called allies? I'm just going to ski-daddle. By the way, have I even been up this way yet? I'm not sure if I have. There might be chests from... Oh my goodness, what is your deal? Ramera, a Hresvelger chick. It reflects Arts of the Shell in its head. Can call for backup. Listen. Okay, so they have very low health, but high defense. I don't know what the deal is with that 1-0 damage hit, though. Nice. They missed with the run. That's right, Zin. They did miss with the run. Zin out here handing out naps. Oh, that's a couple of them. Oh, shoot! Are crafts the way to be? Let's see. Seems to be working. Zin don't need no crafts.
They messed with the wrong guy.
I've got this. Ooh, a race Velger. And I got a preemptive attack on it. You are cooked.
Savor the victory.
I mean, if he dropped a chunk of his meat, then I could have cooked him. Oh man, that range on the whip though. Charizard out here really saying, "Let me solo one." No chests on the way to Hawken Gate. I guess. Excuse me? Why wasn't that a back attack? You know what? Forget it. Reviving Balm. Sorry, I'm dead. Nice. Gee, last one will allow you to get 2 hits. And Earthworm? This chest is better than the others. Why? Secret. Well, we'll tell you if you put back what you put but we'll tell you if you put what you took back inside. I'm not even programmed to do that. You just had an Earthworm in you. You sure someone didn't already take the treasure and that Earthworm just picked up the chest as its home? Earthworms don't crawl into inhabited chests, based on what I know about Earthworms, which is a lot. Here she is, the Hawken Gate, and somewhere in her folds is Gambler Jack, issue 9. Alvin! For a minute there, I thought I found Ricky and Anton again. But not that Shelby. Ah, we need this fevered gaze. Little bit of forewarning, make sure you have enough spare quartz to get someone to Silver Thorn and Death Scream. What does that mean? You're talking about spells that, arts that I can teach people? Ah! Well, there it is. The book was a secret pleasure during the more boring parts of base life. Looking back on it, it wasn't for all that long, but life in the army was more fun than expected. Interesting, so this man is being discharged. And we can't actually go in. I remember this place. This is where Morgan was a little donkey face. Yep, we were held up in here. I'm sure Morgan has plenty of regrets for the way he treated us. None whatsoever? Okay. Looks like the place overseeing the border with Arabonium. Well, hello there. We're trying to ask him something, but he cannot comment on the situation. I don't even know what he's talking about. I'm sure if I had better memory, I would know what we wanted to talk to him about. Even though everything's been settled, he still had a real unpleasant look on his face. Might have been your imagination. Maybe not. Oh, that's why he would be a sourpuss. Because his plan failed and ours succeeded. Brilliantly, by the way. We use the power of friendship and vibrating swords. Anyways, Gambler Jack. Chapter 9. Nostalgia. While Hallie sat and contemplated her past, Jack was hunched at the bar counter in the main hall. It was a spot with a full view of the setting for the match to come. He stared at the stage, never once even touching the drink he'd ordered. The same seat, the same colors. The more he looked at it, the more it felt as if the events of 7 years ago had happened only yesterday. A voice startled Jack from his reverie. How about a drink on me, then? Without turning, he wordlessly shook his head. Jack didn't need to look through 7-year-old memories to know the voice all too well. It was Juan. 7 years ago, Juan had bet on King's victory and lost. The one who had punished King with death was, without a doubt, this man. Jack, your skills took down even King, and I'm looking forward to seeing them again. And with that, Juan disappeared. Jack taking down King. Huh. Jack's lips twisted into a bitter smile. The clock ticked steadily away. It was 11:50. The match would begin in 10 minutes. The guests had begun to gather in the hall. Every one of them seemed to have been waiting eagerly for this night. Many had money riding on the outcome. Compared to Enrique or Juan's contest, though, they barely had anything to lose. Hallie followed Enrique out into the hall. Taking her seat immediately, she sat quietly, eyes straight ahead. If she was bothered by the crowd or the enormity of the event, she gave no sign. After watching Hallie take her place, Jack slowly arose from his spot at the bar. Unlike Hallie, Jack had a bit of a name, and as he stepped forward, the crowd called out. It brought back more memories of himself from 7 years ago, excited by the crowd and elated by the game. Jack and Hallie were both seated now. The card table in the center of the hall lay between them. The two faced each other, and yet their gazes never met even once. In total silence, time passed. Shortly after the two took their seats, a black-garbed man sat in a chair across from them both. Just like 7 years ago, he was the dealer provided by Chief Minister Shamrock. The dealer pressed a switch below the card table. Slowly, the table area sank into the floor, allowing the guests in the hall a bird's-eye view of the duel. From behind their respective backed players, Juan's group and Enrique's group cast intense gazes at the gambler's hands. Further back behind it all, and watching over everything, was Chief Minister Shamrock. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have a revenge match, Enrique yelled, unable to contain his excitement. It had been 7 years since they had such high-stakes game. The crowd answered Enrique's introduction with a roar of approval. Oh man, how many more chapters are we gonna get before we have any card playing? How many proxy puppets do I have? Let me see. I have 3. And 1 emergency puppet. What are you trying to prepare me for? The highest available levels of action and cast would suffice for death screen. Well, let's see here. Charizard has action 3 and EP. Okay, EP is a white, I believe. What are you preparing me for? Oh, look at that. She won't... Yeah, they'll have, So we have EP3. Very easily missed BP. There's sort of an informal point of no return in a bit. Interesting. So, let me see. So if I give this to Charizard... What am I looking for again? Silverthorn and Death Scream. Oh, my action is on the wrong slot. Well, looks like I'm gonna need a better EP quartz, which is a okie dokie. So we got the 2 books. Now I need one of my characters to have those 2 arts, and I guess Chloe is going to be the let me see here, Charizard. You can get your EP cut back. And EP3 for Chloe. What elements are these arts? Silverthorn and Death Scream. Looks like I need a higher level EP. Maybe there will be an EP4 in the shop. On Estelle. So I need those 2 arts on Estelle. Oh wait, did I use up too much time quartz? Oh, nope, that's in the south area. I think I'm at a deficit of time quartz to make this happen. EP4. Nope. I can make 1. So if I put EP4 on Chloe... Oh, we need an upgraded slot. Let's see. Not now, but if you have to put them on someone, put them on her. Alrighty then. Then Chloe can get her EP3 back. And so Estelle needs an action 4. So I will go ahead and replace this with an action 1. I'll figure that out later on. So Estelle gets action 4, and that requires an upgrade. I'll probably need another upgrade. Yeah, on the same area. She is going to need... So in place of her hit 3, I suppose, I'll give her the EP4. And that needs an upgrade as well. You know what? Estelle is Ms. Permanent Party member, so I might as well give her all the slots. Okay, so... Silverthorn and Death Screen. Am I doing everything right? You said... the highest available levels of action and... oh, cast! Why did I think it was EP? Never mind. What kind is cast again? Ah, okay. I don't think I have enough Sepith for that. Never mind, I do have a cast too. Let me see, what can I use? What can I be with? I've had Heaven's Eye on Estelle this whole time. Kind of funny. Let's see. Guess I can move that hit somewhere else. So, cast 2. Silverthorn and Death Screen. Do I need even more time on her? And does anyone else have a higher cast? I don't think I've put cast in anybody else. They are Mirage and Time. Well, let's just see what happens when I put another. Maybe if I put luck on. Will that give us what we need? Silverthorn and Death Screen. Oh, Solaris. Nope, I have absolutely no idea what you're asking me for. Do you have to brace your notebook? Alright. Let's see here. Silverthorn and Death Screen. I'm not seeing either of these on here. Oh, here we go. Death Scream, okay. So Death Scream is 15 time, 10, wow. So 15 black, 10 yellow, 10 white. And Silverthorn is 20 yellow. Both of those can be on Estelle at the same time? Are you sure about that? Let me see. Okay, so that's why EP plus... That's why EP is good. Hold on a second. Okay. So I got 8. We got... So cast 2. Let's see if I can get anything more valuable on here. You saw a jackrabbit on your way home from work. Nice! You got a picture of it. Let's say I need something with at least one... Yeah. Yeah, these won't do anything for me. Okay. Shoot. Alright. Let's go ahead and put the mind, the HP on here, and then we'll swap this out for EP cut. Nope, that's still not gonna work. Maybe I need an EP cut 2. I probably won't be able to afford that. Oh, we can go EP cut 3 and EP cut 4. Anybody got EP cut 2 they can share? Charizard, you the best. No, I need a little bit more yellow. An EP cut 3 would have put me right into range, but I've been using up so much of my black Sepith on action quartz. Dang it! So we have 5, 8. So do we have anything that is 1 black and 5 yellow? Nope. I need that EP cut. What's a good way to get time Sepith? Or do I have EP cut 3 on anybody? Let's see. Nope, none of my characters have EP cut 3 on them. I did grind up time Sepith in this. What are the encounters like to the south? I cast Fist, and I missed. Oh my god, you guys are being dicks. Thank you. Oh, they only give red Sepith? Alright, only red Sepith from these guys. How about you? You got any of that time for me? I don't even need to cast it. I'm just so used to casting Soul Blurs everywhere. Looks like a little bit of... Nope, it's all green. What I thought was black was actually green. How about you? You know what? How soon do I need one of these spells? One of these arts? Because if I don't need it right now, then we can just move on.
They messed.
You have any time steppeth on you? This is a robbery. Give me your non-distinct gems. Punch that wind. Oh, hello. We got a little bit from the big guy on this route. On the yeah, chicken, the chimken. Well, this is gonna take a while. But I gather it will be worth it. Dang it, Zen. Why can't you be perfect at everything? When you say it's hard to say, you're talking about where to get time sepith? You're talking about how soon I need the art by? Both? Can you please stop inviting your highly evasive friend?
They messed with the.
The prominence of a turn economy really makes having a low amount of time quartz painful. I will need Death Scream preferably. And let me go ahead and check my notebook to see which one that is. Death Scream is going to be 15, 10, and 10. That is what I'm working up to right at this very moment. Alright, we're getting there. 15 more Black Sepith. Then we will be able to get our EP cut 3. This probably is a hilariously inefficient farming method, but it's working for me. God damn that range. Alright. One more fight like that, and we'll be in for it. No punch. Oh, we got it. We got the 300th time Sepith. Hopefully, we're just gonna get a gigantic treasure chest that'll be full of the stuff. Just give us 1,000 times Sepith right all at once. A kingdom for it. Alright, let's be very careful. In fact, I'm gonna safety save first, just to make absolutely sure we're doing this right. So that's going to be EP cut 3. It's got 5 of the yellow, which is what I'm looking for. And now we toss that onto Estelle. And now she should have Death Scream. Yep, there it is. A piercing cry that calls foes to the underworld. KO 20%. And you told me that it's preferable to have it on Estelle. So, there you go. And you still have Curia on, which is nice. Alright. Are we all set to finally move on? Not that I'm finding this in any sort of way. It's just, it was just unfortunate that I was at a lack for time, Sepith. Anyways, the Bracer Notebook will tell me that the place is straight south along the New Ansel Path. New Ansel Path, you say? I'm going to the Valeria Lakeshore, aren't I? Then let's get to it. Yep, New Ansel Path. And I have done plenty of nap handing, so we're just going to move straight into it. The moment I need this for, I am not warned about. Interesting. But as long as Estelle has it, then we're good. We are in a safe space, and when the moment is sprung upon me, I will have all the tools required to get through it. You're gonna run away, I'm gonna run away. How much BP do I have? I currently have 272, which last I checked was exactly what I needed. $272. There you go. Alright, here we are on the Valeria Shore. Guido just can't stop fishing. Fishing? I remember that line from so many YouTube poops. What wonderful, invigorating weather for their final day of vacay. I have 3 proxy puppets, and 1 of the healing puppets. An emergency puppet. So I have 3 proxy puppets, and 1 emergency puppet. Should I equip those now? Or are they items? Yeah, and here's the rest of them. What the? Oh, what the? Kevin, what are you doing here? Oh, it's a long and harrowing story. You met Mr. Kevin on the road here. We invited him to come too. On the road? Why were you traveling again, Kevin? To be honest, my goal was to investigate the Ambarrel Tower. After we said our goodbyes in Roland, I've been running all around looking at all the towers. All the towers? Have you already visited the other towers, Father Graham? Yep, I've been busy with that, pretty much. That's why I was kinda AWOL during the whole dragon business. Sorry I couldn't give a hand with that. I figured you guys might come out here for a break after that, so... That makes sense. Well then, should we have a sit down right now? How's about we do it over dinner? I'll help with the, information flow freely, you know? Oh yeah. So you're really staying here, Kevin? Well, from what I hear, this is a pretty famous inn, right? Like your friend said, I figured I'd join in the festivities, if you don't mind. That's kind of out of the blue. Yeah, I've helped us out a lot, though. What do you think, guys? I ain't got a problem with it. It is a nice way to settle our debt to the good father. Yeah, I want him to stay, too. I see no reason to object. I wonder if it's fate bringing us together. Well, if he's here, let's have some fun. Thank ya! Ain't much in the way of hands, but if you still got stuff that needs doing, I'd be happy to tag along. Abuse me as much as you need. Oh. Is it party time? I'm guessing this is a cutscene check. Really? The problem with the flavored water and these circles is that you drink through it all so quickly. Before you know it, you're out of water again. You're plumb out. So is it party time or is it not party time? I'll be right back. That should be good. That is what I figured. Ah, man. Kirby didn't take over. Kirby loves party time. Well, what? I think we're about ready to drop off our things and relax? Wait, what? What's going on? That doesn't sound like I selected party time. Ah, really? Not at all. Here I was thinking I could give up my body to Estelle's cause. Oh, if you want to sacrifice your body, trust me, there are ways to arrange that. Come on then, let's get checked in. Thank you very much for choosing to stay at the Kingfisher Inn. Allow me to show you to your rooms. Yes, please do. This is the room we have set aside for the ladies. Wow, this is lovely. It feels peaceful too. This is the room we used last time to stay here, right? We ended up having to sneak into the bandit base and didn't really get to enjoy it much. Yes, I hope you can spend a bit more time in it this time. I did at least get to spend one night in a comfortable bed that time. The way I remember it, Shara drank you under the table and laid you out like a sack of garbage. This time I'll be able to drink to my heart's content. This is the room we had set aside for the gentlemen, but I'm sorry, there must have been some confusion about your party size. You may use the room next door for the men as well. Alright, I kinda jumped in this train at the last second. You guys pick rooms and I'll roll with it. How about it? I have no preference. I don't care much either way. Well then, I shall share a room with Agate. Wait a second. Was it the sudden desire to bunk with me? Is it not obvious, Agate? a raven with clipped wings, mended by a tender-hearted young girl. I would be a failure of a bard if I did not hear every detail of that encounter. And also... Huh? What? Agate, try not to murder him, okay? Although, I'm sort of curious as to how that went down myself. But we just talked is all. That doesn't make us any less interested in hearing about it. Maybe more so, in fact. Perhaps we should hear the whole story before calling it a night, Ah, come now, you two. Don't tease Tita so much. I feel bad for her. Regardless, I would ask Zin and Kevin to share the other room. I have no problem with that. Hey, I'm not the one to stand in the way of a good time, so sure. Allow me to show you to your room. Hang on! We're not done with the conversation, hey! Oh, that irrepressible Olivier. Yeah! Sounds like things got, kinda crazy. There really was an ancient dragon nesting in Libro, and it warned about the whole Oriole before flying off, huh? Yep, makes my head spin just thinking about everything that happened. What I really don't get is why Ragnar couldn't tell us about anything about the Oriole either. Actually, here's a line in the Testaments this reminds me of. And the goddess, having bequeathed her treasures, sent forth the holy beast to observe the path of the children of men would take. A holy beast. That certainly does seem like Ragnar. The more pertinent point, I feel, is the command to observe. They may simply watch over us, and we're commanded to not interfere. Huh. Lot of help that is. Well, one way or another, I sure think this makes it look like the Oriole exists. Think we can even start to piece things together thanks to what I found in my poking around. Right, you were investigating the towers. Did you find anything out? A little bit, yeah. I think you guys are familiar with those weird machines at the top of each tower, right? Did you know they're currently glowing? Yeah, I remember seeing that one was all lit up. I don't quite get what that has to do with the Oriole, though. Well, Captain Schwartz mentioned something to me. Something weird happened in that room where you fought Alan Richard just before the mechanical monster showed up, right? Oh, yeah. If I remember right, after the gospel was used, all the lights in the ruins went out. And then there was this voice out of nowhere giving a warning, and the pillars all sunk into the floor. Right. The warning was about the first barrier being no longer operative, and the device towers being enabled, as I recall. Yeah, that's what I've heard. So on a hunch, I double-checked the timing with some witnesses. These 4 towers started lighting up and stuff at the same time the gospel was used. You're kidding? So the device towers the warning mentioned are the 4 towers of Liberal, and the machines at their peaks. I don't got any other explanation, at least. So to sum up then, the ruins beneath Gransell Castle are what produces the first barrier. However, when Colonel Richard used the gospel, this barrier was eliminated. And in its place, the device towers were activated, presumably to produce a second barrier of some sort. A second barrier? Why would you... If we're gonna protect something, you always want to make sure you have a backup. Doesn't answer the question of what kind of barrier it is. What the hell is... Or what the hell is it a barrier for, though? About that... I'm starting to think it's something to hide the location of the Oriole. That's right. The Oriole wasn't in the castle ruins, but it's supposed to be somewhere liberal, right? Exactly. If we assume the Society's goal is to obtain the Oriole, and I think we can say their experiments are part of a plan to further that goal. They need to do all that just to... The experiments, the Gospels, and the Oriole. It seems they are more tightly interwoven than we first believed. And the one sitting at the loom would be this man called the Professor. Yeah, it's all him. The same guy who put the Gospel on Ragnar's head and made him attack Bose. And the one who... Estelle? Estelle, what's up? You got awfully quiet all of a sudden. Yeah, about this professor. I think he's the one who made Joshua leave in the first place. What? Wait a moment. You mean he's the one who orchestrated the events that brought Joshua into your home? And then made him leave the way he did? I think so. And I bet he's the one who manipulated Colonel Richard and Kurt's memories. You're kidding. We don't have an explanation for Kurt's memories, it's true. Why do you think this? Well, you see, Estelle explained that she can't remember the identity of one man she met the day Joshua disappeared. What was his name? Alvin? That really happened? This another thing you've been trying to shoulder all by yourself or something? Not exactly, but... Sorry, I guess it's kind of late to bring it up now. I don't think there could be any doubt at this point, though. It's safe to say that this person must be the one responsible for all our trouble. He clearly is a man of twisted morals. Yeah, we'll need to be careful. Sorry, Tita. I didn't mean to bring up all this serious junk when we came here to relax. Oh, no, it's okay, Estelle. It's just, I was wondering why someone would do things like this. Make everyone so unhappy, make Joshua suffer. I just don't get it. Nah, Tita, don't worry about trying to understand a weirdo like that, okay? You just need to worry about being Tita. Right, Agate? What the hell you keep dragging me into these conversations? We needed that, I think. Kevin? Oh, nothing. As about we call that enough information swapping for one day. It'd be a crime to let all this wonderful food go to waste. Can't say no to that. Yes, let us leave debate aside for now. Instead, let us navigate the forests of meat through the rivers of liquor. Merriment awaits. Rivers of liquor, Lenheim? That was an unfortunate metaphor. No, please, Shara, do not make me swim. Always swimming. Without a lifeguard. And so Estelle and her friends set about enjoying their holiday. Being the first one awake at the sleepover. Setting aside their cares for a while, they slumbered peacefully and awoke as they wished come the dawn. Everybody splitting off into their groups. In the morning, they borrowed a couple of boats and enjoyed an excursion on the lake. Hey! A little bit of training. Damn! Agate got folded. Noon saw a pleasant lunch with no small bit of horseplay. And where's Sieg? Who do you think's holding the camera, baby? I'm preserving memories. and the evening was perfect for setting for setting a fishing line and letting the hours disappear. You can tell who's more of the main characters by who knows how to have fish, and who has a fishing animation. Time passed quickly by the idyllic shores of the lake. Ugh, that was so much fun. It was. It feels like we've been refreshed, body and soul. It's been a while since I had this much fun without drinking. Shara, minors in the room, influences, etc. I'm keeping an eye on you, baby. Weren't you slamming back some kind of fruit liqueur like a fiend while we were fishing? Oh, honey, please. Something that light doesn't even count. Right, Princess Tita? I will invoke royal prerogative to refrain from commenting. On a tangent from that, though, Estelle, you're really very good at fishing. Ha, you think so? Yeah, you are. You pulled them up one after another. It's been her hobby since she was little. Speaking of, Kevin made quite a showing for himself, too. I noticed that. He really seems to like fishing. He definitely knows how to handle a rod and whatnot, that's for sure. Don't mind me. Don't mind me just handing a screenshot. But here's the thing. Does he also know how to handle a very large pole? If you got a bit better, you might even make a good rival for me. Hey, you've already got a rival. She proposed and everything. For the love of... Not everything has to be a competition, Estelle. Ha ha ha. Still, though, it's a lovely evening. Estelle, what is it? Oh, nothing. I think I need to go enjoy that lovely evening for a bit. I'll be back for dinner. I understand. Don't be gone too late or I'll eat your portion too. I know. See you guys later. Hut, 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 hut. Estelle? Shara, don't worry, Tita. I'd like you to leave her alone for a little while, if that's okay. This is about Joshua, isn't it? It's never not been about Joshua. A good guess. The evening was just as lovely back then, too. Oh no. Solo Estelle. Well, I have my death scream, so it should be perfectly fine. I'm guessing I'm going down to the pier. Yep, where Joshua played his song of his people. Joshua! What a pretty sunset. Just like that time. The sky, the sunset, the water. It's all just like before. Everyone's having fun, but it's not really the same at all, is it? I'm hopeless, aren't I? I made up my mind to chase after him at my own pace, but Mom and Joshua must be laughing at me. That's right. I did play it once during the dream. Wonder if I can do it again. How loud is she playing that instrument? Huh? That was really pretty, Estelle. Kevin? I came by because I was curious who's belting out the melodies. Gotta admit, didn't think it would be you. So I guess you have hobbies other than sneakers and fishing, huh? Harmonica playing's kind of out of character for me, huh? Ah, not hardly. It suits you. Gotta be honest, I think you're better at fishing, but you can just come out and tell me I'm bad. Even I don't think I'm really good at this. You made a couple of technical mistakes, sure. What matters in music is the heart. And a little performance of yours carried your heart. Trust me. Oh, thanks. Mind if I get a little closer? Sure, go ahead. Got a question I'd like to ask you. Estelle, what are you gonna say when you meet this boyfriend of yours? Huh? What I gathered, he left under what we might call, circumstances. Heavy ones. Even if you finally catch up to him, have you thought about what you're going to say to him after all this? I'd convinced him myself I was going to drag him back, even if I had to pull him by the hair. But I don't think I can really do something that forceful or crazy. To be completely honest, I don't know if what I have to say will even reach Joshua. And even knowing all that, you're still set on finding him. Yeah, I've thought a lot about Joshua's situation and my own failings. No matter how hard I try, though, the words to deal with it all don't come to me when I just sit around. So I'll let the words come when I finally meet him. Nay. After all, my feelings aren't mine alone, right? There's something that grew between Joshua and I when we were together. So I think I'll only really be able to find those words once I see him again. Once we meet, our hearts will do the talking. ... That's why I refuse to worry about that until we find him. I mean, sometimes I get a little sentimental, sure, but let's just call that ladies' privilege. Man, that didn't go according to the steps at all. Explain. Step 1, Estelle is all sentimental and down. Step 2, Estelle worries over a comment from me. Step 3, I follow up nicely. Step 4, Estelle starts feeling better, and her opinion of me rises sharply because of it. See? Profit! That was the brilliant plan I was aiming for, but, somehow you skipped steps 2 and 3, and thus 4, I think. Sorry. You're still a good priest, Kevin. You do pay attention to people with worries like me. Well, it's true. As part of a priest's job. Gotta admit I was paying attention to you for reasons that are, more personal, Estelle. What are you... Hold that thought. What? Now I'm... What is it? Not sure. Looks like a boat's approaching, and I think someone's inside it. What? Oh no! It's Kurt! The man with the lowest viewed thumbnail of my stream thus far. The highest viewed thumbnail is the group shot of the Ouroboros, and the second most highly viewed thumbnail is a tie between Agate and Tita. Kurt! What happened to Kurt, by the way? I thought the other group of bracers was doing just fine. They were looking for Ouroboros' location. I patched him up best I can, but his wounds are pretty serious. You have to stay bedbound for a while. Poor Kurt. Never thought I'd see the day where Kurt gets thrashed like this. The hell happened? Kurt and his team were really close to finding the Society's base, from what Logren told us. Which means Annalise and Karna and Grant should have been Oh no. This is bad. I called Lugren on the Inn's phone. He's contacting the other branches of the Royal Army now. But, if things gone wrong, Annalise and the others will... We know. Don't panic. We need to get out there and do what we can. Problem is, where the hell did Kurt's boat float in from? Kurt gets memed on in the community. He still is the best bracer in Liberal after Cassius retired. The best bracer so far. It's curious. Valeria Lake has no islands or reefs, correct? That's right. It's tremendously deep, so it must have floated in from another shore. It could be very hard to divine precisely which shore, though. Yeah, the lake is huge. I guess we could ask the Army patrol ships to help too, but... Kurt? Only 18 views! Why? Am I not attractive enough? This is... Estelle and Agate. Everyone. This is the Kingfisher Inn on the lakeshore in Bose. You drifted here on the waves, you tough old goat. The Kingfisher. Yes, I see. I remember my teammates and I infiltrating the Society's base. And then I... Kurt? Don't tell me. Damn it all! To have my memory stolen not once, but twice? Ugh. I knew it. Kurt rhymes with hurt. Seems to happen to him a lot. Curtis Worf confirmed. Or Wolverine, depending on which segment of the fandom you come from. The Society is attuned upon your mind once again. Zin, please, use your chi on me as you did last time. Otherwise, everyone else will... Last time was a desperate improvisation. It won't be able to restore memories locked away by hypnosis. Besides, with your injuries, nah, we cannot risk it. But, in that case, let me try something. What? And you are? Kevin Graham, grouse shredder of the church. You can call me Papa Bear. He's the kind of character who's depicted as almighty and then gets stomped on to show the severity of the threat. Yep, that's why I said Worf or Wolverine. Hold on a second. Isn't that a trope? The Worf effect. Let me see. The Worf effect, something like that. Yep, that's exactly the name of the trope. He's the guy who's here to act tough so new characters can wreck him when they're introduced, thus proving to the rest of us how amazing they are, like Wolverine or Worf. That's a quote from Red Mage from 8-Bit Theater. Funny how I talked about 8-Bit Theater in a previous stream, and here we are. Our paths cross again. Nifty. I see here. I think Annalise might have told you about me. Ah, yes. Hang on, Kevin. You can undo hypnosis? Well, don't know what I can do about any nasty stuff that's wormed its way into the unconscious, but I think I can manage a little something if it's just some kind of block in his short-term memory. Doesn't seem like it's been that long since he was hit, so... Oh, neat. Is this an example of thaumaturgy? The secret arts of the church? Father Kevin can evolve into a black mage. You might call it that. This, might feel like your head's getting kicked by a mule, repeatedly. I'm guessing you don't care much, though. I'll scream. Loud. Not at all. Please, do what you can. Alright. In the name of she who dwells above, do I hold this consecrated septium. Whoa. So pretty. Silver reflection of the conscious will, black luminance of time's flow. By your reposing natures, I divest this mortal man of the ties which bind his mind. Kurt, you okay? Yes, I think so. So much is returning, as though a mist is clearing from my mind. Just let the fog clear and remain calm and relaxed. Whatever you do, don't try to look into the darkness that lies beyond. Yes, I understand. I see what you meant when you warned me this would be unpleasant. That is my ego, isn't it? You can tell. I'm surprised. I am proficient in meditation, remember? I'm fine. I think I remember enough now. Really? Great! An impressive technique. You really are more than just a skirt-chasing priest. Well done, Kevin. Come on. Don't try to inflate my ego too much here. I mean, a little sure, but not too much. Anyhow, Gert, what do you remember exactly? Yes, well, the society has a base on the northwestern shore of the lake. They built some kind of research facility in secret. A research facility? How did they? The northwestern parts of the lakeshore are sparsely populated at best. Even so, guard airships do patrol over the area. The facility is cleverly hidden. They project a dummy image into the sky to prevent aerial scouting. What? Well, that is an impressive feat. It's theoretically possible, but how would you... And if you approach by land, a deep fog springs up around you as you draw near. A fog? Sounds like irrelevant. We broke through the fog and entered the facility, but then we were ambushed by a team of people calling themselves enforcers. They caught us completely off guard and crushed us almost immediately. I lost consciousness not too long after reaching the boat. Damn my cowardice! Abandoning Grant and Karna and Annalise like that! Kurt, don't worry about it, okay? We're going to save Annalise and the rest. Estelle? Don't worry about it, Kurt. You told us everything we need to know to kick some fools around. Yes, on top of that, I suspect we'll have some help from the Royal Army. Leave the rest to us. Thank you. Forgive me, I leave it in your hands. Ugh. Kurt? Don't worry, he's just unconscious. Anyway, sounds like we don't have time to stand around. My slumber was disturbed by a little bit of humor. Right. We need to get going before the army does. Estelle, I'm sure I don't need to tell you this, but... Yeah, I know. This is going to be the most dangerous thing we've ever done. By a lot. But you know what? I was prepared to settle things in the society one way or another. It'll just happen sooner than I thought. Estelle? Well, I think that was the shortest vacation in history. We got plenty of rest. Now it's time to gear up for the real fight. There is a problem. A small army of us going together would stand out too much. It would be best to send a smaller group, I think. Yeah, good idea. Hey, everyone. Do you mind if I pick a team like I did back in the ruins? As you did beneath Ransom? I think that's for the best. I'll be happy to come along. Sure. I don't mind. I won't hold grudges if you don't pick me, though I do want to bust some heads. Of course. Though you will naturally ask me to come along. If you need someone who can heal injuries, I'll be happy to come along. C's here too, babe. I can help machines and stuff, I think. Thanks, guys. Sorry to spoil the fun, but do you mind picking me first? Nani? From the sounds of it, Annalise and your friends are in the Society's claws. If they've been given the same treatment Gert was, or worse, what do you guys do exactly? Oh, I see. A good idea. Yeah, good point. Looks like you're in no matter what, Mr. Priest. Heh, thank you. We should be thanking you, Kevin. Okay, let me pick the rest of the team. Alright, we're forming our party here. Look at this cheeky man up here. Okay, who do I want to bring? Should I pick a good team, or can I keep going with my lowest level people? So that'd be these two. So I've completely forgotten what Kevin's role even is. I've got Estelle as my all-rounder. I've got Shara, who is magical offense. I have Olivier, who's kind of a mixed arts user. And I've completely forgot what Kevin's deal is. Lowest level people should be fine. Oakley dokley. Kevin is sort of a red mage. Alright, jack of all trades, master of none. Or with how hilariously imbalanced this game can be, maybe he's a master of some things. Leaning on support. Through his crafts. Oh, that's right. I remember that. He has a lot of support crafts. Sure is quiet. You'd think we'd be able to see the beach soon or something. Unless I'm off, we should be going in the right direction. We'll get there eventually, don't worry. Besides, check out that moon. This is the sort of night you want to take a girlfriend out on a date, really. And someone's as mellowed out as ever. But do you actually have a girlfriend, Kevin? Despite what you might think, I have at least one candidate in each town on the continent, and candidate, meaning you don't actually have one. Come on, at least let me finish bragging. Oh my. You are but a squire in love, Sir Knight. Though, Kevin, why are you out here on your own still? This is becoming kind of a big deal, and you have no backup aside from us. Are the Growlshredder kind of understaffed? Well, the situation's kind of, complicated. I got dispatched down here on my own at first, yeah. Your stuff really hits the rotating thingamajigger, though some of my buddies might fly out here. Oh, okay. So, the Growlshredder's job is the retrieval of artifacts, right? More accurately, investigation, management, and retrieval. and retrieval usually means recovering it from someone. The church has forbidden the average citizen from owning working artifacts, and most nations agree and let us work. But what's with all the locking down? Seems like a lot of effort for old machines. Okay, so, thing is, there's lots and lots of different types of artifacts, right? And nobody really knows how or why they work yet. Despite that, they do work, and depending on how you use them, they can have absolutely crazy abilities. What do you think tends to happen when you put infinite cosmic power in the hands of your average citizen? I can guess, but what? The biggest thing is actually obsession. It can't resist the seduction of power, and inevitably use the artifact for, pardon my French, but nothing good. Seriously? Always? You've seen it happen time and time again through history, sadly enough. Estelle, you remember Mayor Dalmor well enough to know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, Dalmor did seem to have this awful mean streak to him. It wasn't like that mind-controlled Capua boss guy. Dalmor seemed like he felt he could fight the whole world and win. Holding absolute power gives people a warped sense of confidence, erases their ability to control themselves. It's the mission of the Grouse Ritter to stop that before it happens. Ain't always the prettiest job in the world, but... Really? It simply means the church has its own business, Estelle. For example, in some cases, individuals are allowed to possess or to keep artifacts, are they not? Man, you do know a lot. Well, I'm gonna have to say no comment on that one, Mr. Bard. Got a duty to keep the church business confidential and all that. Of course, my good man. Urge to push Kevin off the boat. Rising. Hey. I would bet this means we're close to their base. Now we really got no choice but to plow on ahead. Yeah. Stay alert, everyone. They might try to ambush us. It's the Lost Woods. Looks like we made it through. Alright, we've arrived. I don't see anyone around, but, well... Yeah, nobody let your guard down. First order of business, I think, is giving that building ahead a scouting out. We shouldn't forget where our enemies are either. If we get in over our heads, we shouldn't hesitate to leave. Yeah, good point. Looks like everybody is nice and healed up. I'm gonna go ahead and use this save point over here. Don't know why I'm scouring every inch, but that's just how it goes. Kinda feels like that would be a hidden entrance. Oh well. Okay, we have entrance 1, and we have... nope. The gate is sealed shut. No good. We're gonna need to find another entrance. How about this door that's already opened? Conveyor belts. What's going on? What in the world? Okay, I expected a lot, but not this. That's strange. There doesn't seem to be anyone here. No way! Archaism's here? Here we go! Kills all allies in range. God damn, look at all that range for 2,500 as well. Dang it! Alright, what is your guys' deal again? Patrol droid weapon developed by the Society. No special weaknesses to, Alright. Yeah, the blue guys I need to save for later. Not the bullet barrage! Not the laser! Every damn time. We're gonna use arts! Oh no! I'm gonna use my gun. Whew. I think we're still alive mostly. But these things, they're the same as the ones that showed up in the mine. So they really are society-controlled archaisms. Yeah. Except they ain't archaic. They're like the ones that assaulted us on Ottenberg. They were made recently. There is something else curious, I fear. We made a scene to raise Gehenna, yet this place remains silent as a tomb. No one is coming. Yeah, you're right. You'd think that Annalise or even one of the enforcers would come to investigate. Those things are probably on some kind of automated patrol. Looks like we really do need to check every corner. Door's locked. It's not a Resident Evil game until you find yourself in an inexplicable laboratory. What does that mean? I don't know, I'm just a kid. A buzzer? What's the buzzer do? Prevents faint and sleep and gives me stats. Nice. Ah! Man. Kevin's stats at this point in the game. Dang it! My man has no physical attack. In the dust, you can faintly make out the imprint of whatever was in here previously. I completely did not even... Oh, the buzzer. Yeah, it's the buzzer that I got. You know what? I'm gonna give that buzzer to you. Why not? Let's see. Well, you can get one of my first generation long barrels. Everyone loves a long barrel. Oh no! We've got a fork in the road. And not the kind to eat cake with. Treasure. EP charge 2. This chest's proud possessions have already passed to some wandering adventurer's satchel. Probably yours. Oh, here. I got snuck up on. Get Huracanyan. Okay, I was thinking, Kevin, you can at least finish that man off. Defense 4, let's go. Just empty, but if you keep opening and closing the lid, it looks like it's talking. Meow, 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 meow. Oh, buddy boy, that certainly happened. How dare you not perish?
Alright, what's next?
Alright, what's next? Alright, what's next? Haha, yeah!
Seems
That's that. Monsters! Oh boy, that's a couple of them. Let's see, Prayer and Proffered, Grail block 1 attack, 2 at full CP. Gotcha. Here we go. Nice. Alright, time for the hurricane. Look out! A hurricane's coming through! Alert siren! You! Pile of magic. Ah, that wasn't so bad. I mashed too hard.
I'll save you.
God, Kevin, your arts are beautiful. Your crafts are beautiful. Oh, and the long barrel makes it better. I love myself some long barrels. Windlass. Did you hear about the girl who paid for everything with black sepith crystals? She said it was only costing her time. Oh, well, looks like your attack power's caught up, Kevin. He still has the best damage-taking sound clip in the game, though. I really do think in order to get that voice clip, they just took the voice actor and lit him on fire. Gates locked tight. Okay. Just wanted to make sure I was exploring every contingency, and it looks like I have done just that. Son of a goat. I have already cleaned out this room. One of you? That's fine. Locked? Locked. Oh! Why is there a full heal? What are they preparing me for? I don't like it. Another level for Estelle. Love to hear it. Love to see it. Well, this place looks ominous. What the? Grant! Nothing good ever comes from somebody ominously standing in the room, facing away from you. Yeah, exactly. Just like that one Speed Racer clip. He's going over that cliff! And then you play, Kevin's damage clip. This is giving me Dead Space vibes, or more contemporarily, Resident Evil 7 vibes. Think, Idios, you're safe. Kurt told us what happened. We came as soon as we... Hold on. Something's up. Huh? Oh no. He's turned into Wish Roy. Ah! Blast it. To battle! Soundtrack going in! Let me see. Well, when all else fails, just hit him with some solblers. Let's give ourselves some morale. Ah, the Grant Special. Hit us for not nothing. Oh, and it interrupted me. Oh no! He has mastered the art of the hurricane. Let's see. Guess we can toss one of these up. Ah, she can't target herself as the epicenter. Anyway, what are we gonna do here? More expensive single target attacks do more damage, right? So the napalm breath would be the play. If I'm hitting a single target, let's see. Dang it. Not really? Oh, are they more expensive because they have additional effects? Or no? Well, might as well use okay. Always use your crit turn on a very weak attack. Well, I'm gonna see what Napalm Breath does anyway. You can't stop me! Ah, I thought I could reach him. I'm gonna get off this Napalm Breath. You can't stop me. But you can't petrify. That just seems to go beyond anything. What does this say, anyway? Racer under strong hypnosis. Attack using one craft after another. Crafts? Crafts are his weakness? Okay. Say less, fam. I don't know, that seemed pretty powerful. That was like 1,000 damage. Kurt, you are not. So what would a craft do to him? 803? You know, not bad for using a renewable resource. I'm gonna just move you in closer. And then you separate us anyway. Alright. You're gonna insist on keeping me far away, then I'm just gonna hit you with one of these. Yeah, doing these 500 damage hits is not the worst thing in the world. How about you, Sharon? 400? Murderous Rage? Is he about to unleash an S-Craft on me? And my impede is out of range. Oh well. Ow! That did a lot. Alright, let's see what happens when we launch a little bit of single target arts on you. 1,000. You can't grant special all of us. 788, 755. That's what happens when I let my mages do mage things. So yeah, that one napalm bomb that I didn't really do all that much more than a single target solar. Whew. How the heck does he manage swings like that? This is bad. I didn't think they'd be able to do this to bracers. Now then. Copy-paste the last time I said this enchantment. Ugh. Sorry. Guess I got in the way, huh? Grant, you're okay. I'm guessing you understand what happened then. Yeah. I can't remember his face, but someone hijacked my mind or something. I was ordered to stop any other intruders coming through here. It must be that professor guy. Grant, where are Karna and Annalise? Do you know? I don't. You got separated and they caught us each alone. They're probably chained up in their own minds somewhere in here like I was. Ugh! Grant! Here, give me your shoulder. We got a boat on the beach, we'll take you there. Nah, I'm okay. I know the layout of the building, so I can get out on my own. I won't drag you guys down any further. Just please, find Karna and Annalise. Grant? Yeah, leave it to us. He just limps away. Is he really gonna be okay? For now, we just need to trust him and keep moving. It's do more, right? Yeah. Let's hurry then. By the way, does it still have clock down? Yes, she does! Okay. I should remember that. To use clock down on high priority targets. Archaism classification. The orbital droid weapons utilized by the Society are modeled after the ancient Archaism weapons developed by a research organization, the 13 Factories, under the direct command of an Anglius. Furthermore, these facilities produce primarily standardized humanoid units, such as both types of patrol units, the Vogel, the Scout Unit Port Seeker, as well as the Combat Unit Vanguard, the development based on the Guardian for new following text read active. Ooh, a red card key. Looks like I have some new toys to open red doors with. Remember these terms? Oh. I was just speed reading. This shouldn't be the first time I've heard them. I remember hearing Vanguard. I think one of those was Ren's friend. Use red card key. Hey, bada bing. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to want to explore the rest of this, the areas that we've been through already. Alright, so there is no door over here. Red card key! What the? That's the thing from before! Oh boy! That's definitely the same as the one beneath the castle. Why is it here of all places? And far more importantly, why are there two of them now? This is already complicated enough, world, thanks. It does seem that way. If nothing else, this place is home to greater horrors than we'd imagined. Estelle, kick it. It's not even activated, who's gonna know? Ah, looks like I'm gonna need a green card king. Yep. I hadn't really been paying attention to the card keys.
Alright, what's next?
Oh. I accidentally used an S-Craft, but it did not go off. Hold on a second. I didn't remember where there were... okay, so that requires a blue card key. That's the way it came in. Just making sure. Is Grant gonna be out here? Now I have to sing. Yes! Attention to detail. Love to see it. Alright, so there are no doors here. Ooh, lever. Ah! Front door's open now. Ah, okay. Let's see, no doors over here. That requires green. Red, I've already gone into and seen the horrors. Alright, looks like there wasn't that much we need to discover. Yeah. Alright, we're moving on. This one requires blue. Yep. And green. I made a Resident Evil lab joke earlier, but all these card keys make me think of Resident Evil. The chest is empty, and if it could eat you, it would. Just like your house cat. Night goggles. All these chest worldly possessions now reside within your pack. Unless you sold them. You didn't sell them, did you? That makes me think of the Hunter's Clothes from Legend of the Gaia. Maybe someday soon, I'll pop that one open. Don't know if my next birthday is gonna be way too long away for that one. I was hoping I'd have a bigger following by the time, but it's all about quality, not quantity. Ah, that's where I need to use the night goggles. I will go the other direction then, and see if maybe there's stuff in here. Yep, that's here a bomb, and I deserve this sneak attack. But not that whiff! Nice critical. Shara Angie. As you search the empty chest and sides, just in case you missed something last time, it gives you a splinter. Damn. Uh-oh. One of these is open. Why is one of these open? Is there a tyrant on the loose? Is Wiseman gonna show us his ultimate creation? And Estelle just bursts out laughing and Wiseman is just like, why are you laughing? Stop! Still one of the best realist Chris Redfield moments. I think that's why Wesker has such a hate-on for Chris. Because of that one time that Chris laughed at him in Resident Evil 1. We think that Chris became a Giga Chad starting in Resident Evil 5, but nah. He started out as one. Alright. Let's see here. Resident Evil 1 Wesker is just being a theater kid and like, this is the ultimate creation! The fruits of my labors. And Chris is like, You're a nerd! And Wesker never got over it. It lives rent-free in his head. That laughter is what fuels every bit of evil he's ever done. Here's to hoping they, oh. Okay. Oh no. Not Karna! They got Karna too. You have no choice then. Oh no. The blue guys kind of give me a little cause for concern. Because can't they dial in some homies? Alright, everyone just throw out all of your solblers. Oh, of course. Incarna is able to interrupt. Everybody interrupts. Oh, that was some... Those are some interrupts. Oh no. We've got some feint on our hands. That's gonna be annoying. Make use of that critical turn. Alright, let's go ahead and clock up EX Estelle. You know what? I'm gonna clock down Karna. And then, I'm gonna use Heaven's Kiss to accelerate her turn. Get clocked down, Karna. Ah! I don't want to waste this, this crit turn, though. Alright, let's see here. Now you can clock up EX yourself. Uh-oh. That guy's preparing to use arts, and he is very far away. Let's snipe him with some solblers. Let's see. Okay, we are in a much better spot, so let's hit some morale. Kevin, you can get the next craft heal.
I'll save you.
Pretty ladies be healed! Alright, and now you can clock up EX someone else. Although that might get a little bit expensive. So I'm just gonna... Soulful Roar, your strength is up, but your speed is still down. Ya nerd! Yeah, I am fully embracing the Trails meta of Clock Up Solar. Kevin. Man, we're giving her no chances. I think we can... And then like, why are we using all these arts? I have a gun! Pow! She falls down in one hit. You can't believe Estelle would laugh at Joshua like that. Ah! The real story of why Joshua just said, I'm out. Revelations, when Chris realized his body had to match his Chadness. RE5 is the culmination of that. Well, technically, Chris realized that in the Resident Evil 5 DLC, and then Revelations happens after the DLC. No, wait, no, it doesn't happen after the DLC. But that is a good point. Revelations happens before Resident Evil 5, but Chad is a beefcake in that game. But then he doesn't get the call to work out until Trapped in Nightmares happens. Strange. I might be getting chronologically confused here. It's fine. Sorry for the relative silence. You finished your peak run? Stressful, time-consuming, but very fulfilling. Managed to get all the non-escape achievements in one swoop, too. 4 left. Escaping under an hour, taking fall damage, using climbing equipment, and eating packaged food. Anyways, every time I fight her, she seems to kick my butt harder. Alright, my turn. Copy, paste. Bada bing. You guys. You managed to get here, huh? Karna, are you okay? Aside from feeling like I was running over by an airship, yeah, I'm okay. More importantly, did you find the others? Don't worry, we freed Grant a moment ago. We still haven't found Annalise, though. Oh no. Annalise is we're gonna find Annalise and she's gonna one-shot us. I see. I'm guessing you also had a run-in with an Enforcer or 3. No, we've been hip-deep in machines, but no Enforcers. Aside from you guys, there doesn't seem to be anyone here at all, actually. Really? That's strange. There were a few dozen research staff and Jaegers on guard here when we infiltrated. I guess it's possible they've abandoned the base. Maybe. That would be weird, though. I should be able to make it out on my own. Please find Annalise as soon as you can. Leave it to us! Treatment of combatants. Temporary combatants acquired from Jaeger Corps and other sources. Receive the following treatments. 1. Physical Enhancement Program. 2. Combat Technique Enhancement Program. 3. Chain of Command Obedience Program. 4. Protection of Secrecy Hypnosis Program. Following text redacted. Give me that green card key, baby. Alright, there's only one other entrance out of here. Ah, that's the green card key. I need the blue card key. Man! Well, as soon as I find the next area that requires a card key. Ebony shoes. Isn't that for men only? Yep. Kevin? You got this, boo. Let's see, I'll need the night goggles for a little bit longer. Because I need to come back in here after I get the blue key card. Now, where did I come in from? Here. The green key card. Ah, that's a chesty. Star rabbits. You sneakily crack the lid of the chest and take a peek inside. Sadly, no treasure chest fairies flying around in there. No items either. I'm more gutted about the fairies. My brother in Christmas. Of course, a combo attack by Shara and Olivier would be able to take out the Eminies. You know what? Let's see. Green card key. Ah, so this is an overhead view of where our friend is. Let's see. Ah. Oh, we're moving back up. Blue card key. Just monsters. How are we gonna do this? Hellgate. Hellgate. Hell yeah, Hellgate. Oh no! You moved in range of your other. Oh no, never mind. Did I just insta-kill that man? Hell yeah. Brother, you're gonna have to get mollywopped for your sin. Ooh, an attack form! Somewhere deep down in the last pulsing remnants of your soul, you know you're a monster. Is that a Deltarune reference? It might be. Tyrrell Bomb. Nothing in here. Good. We don't want people refilling these when we're not looking. A large gospel sits here. That's a gospel, isn't it? Quite a large one, too. Doesn't let them even do anything with it. Must be part of their experiments. Ooh, Justine. An ebony suit. Oh, put it on Olivier, since he's probably gonna be sticking around longer. It's just as empty as that promise you made. You know which one. Damn! I'm sure someone took critical damage from that one. Was it the, I don't know which promise it was. It was the one to never give you up, the one to never let you down, the one to never run around and hurt you.
We're good to go.
No, desert you. To make you cry, to say goodbye, to tell a lie and hurt you. Yeah. Desert you is the first one, and hurt you is the follow-up.
I'll save you.
We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. A full commitment's what I'm thinking of. You ain't gonna get this from any other guy. You know what? I'm gonna go backwards because I want to see if going into the other elevator, maybe there are some other green doors. Didn't have time for this. Well, might as well make use of the resty room. Ah! First of all, how dare you? Second of all, perish.
Oh, are we done?
Was there a green door here? That's a negatory. In fact, that's where I got the green card key from. No, that's where I got the red card key from. Lose the track. Olivier is leveled up. He is now bardlier than before. And so that's a red door. Here's a green door. A misty veil. I do believe that is for Sherazard. She just happens to be in the right place at the right time. There's nothing in the chest. You briefly wondered if you could use it as a makeshift boat. There you go. That's how. That's what we're gonna give to Grant. That's how he's gonna get back. Karna can ride with us. Grant has to float back on the treasure chest. Alright, we are all. I think we are all out of green doors in this area. Yep, because there's only a blue door past there. Seeing this elevator makes me think of Final Fantasy VII. Something fierce. Ah, so that's one. Let's see, so that's up there. What about over here? Yeah. Okay. There's a dude over here. And we have arrived onto the roof. There's a thing over here. And a chest. Nap time cooking. And I even got the recipe for it. Sorry, but I'm cutting you off. But I wanted more Fabergé eggs. Nice. Starting to do these one cycles. Love to see it. Ah, that's a blue door. I'm slowly swirling the drain of all the places I can go. Alright, I've already thoroughly explored this room, including all the nap handing. Ah, this is where we're gonna find Anna Lace. Oh no, we're doomed. This is where our journey ends. Uh-oh. I have uncompleted Duolingo quests, and I won't be able to do the achievement if I don't do these things. So, they got Annalise too. We need to pin her down for a minute. Oh boy. Of course they would give her the biggest fan base. Let's see here. You know what? This works. Let's see, Olivier, you can start working down the peanut gallery. With a little help from our priestly man. There we go, one down. Hell yeah! Get that comet value. Ow! Oh, the crit. The crit hurts.
I'll save you.
Alright, peanut gallery's down. Let's go ahead and, oh no. Let's go ahead and clock down Annalise. She's getting all these critical turns. Let's see here. Well, I guess we can start on the Soul Blur spam. And I'm going to move Sherazar closer to the group so she can get in on some group healing. Get slowed. That slow doesn't seem to have done a whole lot of slowing. Let's see, clock up yourself. Man, I'm just throwing all this time at her. Oh man, an immediate follow-up of that Soul Blur. Don't worry, we'll make this quick.
We're good to go.
Shiraikutsu Tokai Kasa. White shoes and a red umbrella. Yeah. Ugh. Annalise. Where in the heck did you get that little goof get so strong anyway? She did spend a month training with you and learning your techniques, you know. Oh, good point. Alright, let's wake her up. Copy, paste, compile, and execute. So wa watashi no shiroi washi desu. Those are my hats. Oh, wait, what? Ah, I forgot to say white hats. Boshi to kutsu wa shiroi desu. The hat and the shoes are white. Estelle, everyone, even Kevin's here too. Thank you for coming to save me. Annalise, you feel okay? Yeah, nothing is Soka Delmos can't fix. More importantly, the others? Don't worry, we freed them all. You're the last one, in fact. Oh, I see. That's good. Sorry, Estelle. I promised we'd have a big rival fight, but I didn't want it to be like this. Don't worry, you silly. It's thanks to your team that we knew about this place at all. You did your job just fine. You can leave the rest to us. Estelle, Shara. Oh, scouting job! Right! Estelle, there's something I gotta tell you. What? While you were running around, I spotted Joshua! Bum bum bum! Nani? You're kidding? When the Jaegers were chasing us down, he showed up and broke through their lines. I recognized his clothes and black hair. I'm pretty sure it was him. Joshua. Alright. While our screen is like this, I'm gonna need to see some Joshua crying faces in the chat. So they were what? So watashi no boshi desu ka? Those are my desu ka are those my hats. Oh no, I'm gonna need to listen to this one.
これらは私の赤いコートです。
これら私のwhat?
これらは私の赤いコートです。
私の赤いことです。
これらは私の白い帽子です。
Thank you for your Joshua crying faces in the chat. Very much appreciated. Estelle? Oh, sorry. So, Annalise, don't leave it there. Where'd Joshua go? I'm not sure. We managed to get out of that spot, but ultimately, they caught us. He could have headed for the roof, though. The roof? There's some kind of airship dock on the roof of this building. I remember the soldiers and researchers heading that way. Okay, then. Annalise, you think you can get out on your own? Yeah, I'll be okay. This place is like a horror show. There might still be something in here. Everyone, be careful. Never thought Joshua would be here too. Let's get to the roof. Yeah. Based on the data collected from experiments performed throughout Liberal, the beta has entered the final turning phase. The emulator fully simulates the functionality of the original and manages a 90% synchronization rate with orbital fields. As a result, its size has increased, but execution of the gospel plan should be following text redacted. Alright, we got the blue card key, and I'm guessing what I want to do is start all the way from the bottom and then work my way up. I wish I could remember where all the blue card keys are. Where are the blue doors, anyway? Where are the blue doors at? There's one over here, isn't there? Yep. Hey, I got some time, Sepith. As much as you can spare is always appreciated.
これらは私の白い帽子です。
Good about, watashi no...
私の。
What?
これらは私の白い帽子です。
Shiroi boshi desu.
これらは白いコートです。
Korera wa washi... Korera wa shiroi koto desu. Gotta take that. You really can't do commentary when you're doing the speaking ones. Okay. Korera wa shiroi koto desu. Thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu. Wait, is there an item in there that I completely missed? Yeah. I've been looted so many times, I'm thinking of putting in a request to the Bracer Guild to catch the culprits. Reasonable. Reasonable crash out. Thank. Where's my shoe? Watashi no Kutsu wa doko desu ka? Is that my hat? Sore wa watashi no boshi desu ka? No! I said desu ka, you! Why did you move it? I get so eager that I just push the buttons without any regard for how they're moving around. Alright, we're on the search for blue doors. Where is my white hat? Okay. Where's my white hat? Watashi no shiroi boshi wa doko desu ka? You really have to focus. You have to really focus on one thing at a time. It's almost as if I shouldn't be doing my Duolingo lesson while mashing through a fight in Trails, especially with there's Cheryl looking quite beat up there. So this is not the roof. Good to know. Well, I know that there is one blue door on the first floor, so we're gonna go all the way down. Those are my white hats. Oh, here's a blue card key. Win Sepith! I will always take Sepith. Watch out! There's been somebody going around looting all my friends, and I think he just got to me! And now he's gonna loot me! Oh my god! Alright, so this was the green card key. Yeah, and that just goes to that overhang. There's no blue doors over here. That led to somewhere else. Alright, I think this entire floor... Oh, that's right. There is a blue door in this area. It's right over here. Fire Sepith times 200. I've been looted 2 games now. I won't stand for this much longer. And I don't think there was another blue... Yeah, because that was where we fought Kana. Every time I think of Trails Karna, I think of Fate Karna. Just make sure she doesn't pair up with anyone named Koyanskaya, then she would become unstoppable. Okay, I think I have done all of the blue doors on this floor. So we are going to take the red down. Those are my white hats. Sodera wa watashi no shiwaiboshi desu. Oh, now I'm correcting my mistakes here. So, Sodera wa watashi no shiwaiboshi desu. Those are my white hats. Thank you. Is that my hat? Sore wa watashi no boshi desu ka? There you go, fix them. Ah, they need more perfect lessons. No, no lightning rounds. Lightning rounds are friggin' rigged. Okay, so we're on the first floor now, and I know that there's at least one. Yeah, there are no blue doors that way. But there is a blue door in the beginning area. There we are. Earth Sepith. Now that all my contents are gone, I feel so lost. What's my purpose? Why am I here? Who am I? And I think that's all for the blue doors. I can just go straight up into the blue elevator door. Unless anyone remembers another blue door. Chat, you remember any other blue doors, or can we just go straight to the roof? And what am I even expecting chat to say? Yeah! There's one blue door in that one spot that you didn't go to. Oh, that's very helpful, thank you. Ugh. There's nothing over there. I checked. Let's learn some more hiragana, shall we? Ah. Oh, great. I'm learning some more hiragana. Not really, just head to the roof and save. Oh. We're in for a bit of a fight, are we? Yeah, so this is the only other blue door on this floor. Are we squaring off against 3 enforcers at once? Are they gonna jump us? Oh my god. This is very inconducive. I've already been here. Deja vu! Have I been in this place before? And that is the roof that I've been to for the 3rd time now. Alright, so we are heading to the roof. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of healing. Who has the most? Estelle, you have the most. Wow. Estelle is actually loaded to bear for a little bit of offhand healing. Not bad at all. Unless there's going to be another healer up there. Look out, Kate. Nah. When is the door to destiny? Well, first of all, I'm gonna have to take care of this dode. Let's see. So we got four new letters: Yo, May, To, and O. Wait. I thought I already did O. There are multiple O's. Oh dear. Ha. And then we have Ro, which looks a lot like room. Oh, they're really putting me through a gauntlet here. Alright, let's start, Yo. Let's draw out Yo. That says Yo. And then we're going to draw it out one more time. And then we got May.
Enjoy the show.
May. May. You have a good night, Matthew. May. Like this. Ah, that's you, of course. Hold on a second. Things are a little bit messy on my desk right now. Got something on my desk that I want to move aside. Pete. Usually I don't get out of that chair going that way, huh? Got about 20 minutes to do my Duolingo dailies. I've been slacking off on them. But I also wanted to complete this storming of the base. Because there's a lot of interesting stuff going on here. Uh-oh. They've given me the rest point. At all. Alright. Looks like we are in for a boss fight. Whoa! Joshua! My thoughts exactly! I have a hard time believing Joshua would ever get folded by anything. Is this a trap? Joshua, say something! Why are you so cold? Wake up! Oh no. Olivier knows that not everything is as it seems. Joshua? Estelle? Why are you here? Oh, thank God Idio's here. Hang on, Damn it! Get away! Yup. He's mind-controlled. He's fighting it hard, but, we're gonna have to throw down. Let me at him, baby! No, Seek. You'd make the fight too easy. What in... Joshua, what? Oh my God! Okay, it's just a doll made to look like, Joshua. But that neck cracking sound kinda really threw me off. I thought Joshua's gone, full possessed. A doll weapon? As I feared. Oh my God. We wanted Joshua back, but not like this. And they're even using Joshua's crafts. Evil robot Joshua. What is this? Phantasy Star 4 soundtrack? Alright, what is the plan here? We are going to clock down these Joshuas. And then... what are we gonna do here? Let's go ahead and quick draw them. They do not take any damage at all. Sheesh. Let me see here. Well, I guess we can bully one of them. Doppelganger, an archaism modeled after the Black Fang. His techniques programmed into it. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and use Self and the Whip. There we go! Might need to use some S-crafts in order to burst one of them down. That one on the left is getting a lot of dodges. Let's see. Kevin, you can go for the Soul Blur. And you can use the Heaven's Kiss. That'll perk you up. Yeah, this is really sounding like something from Genesis. Let's see. Sacred Breath. There we go. Woo! Are these guys taking only 300 damage? Let me see. Let me actually pay attention to the damage I'm doing to these guys. Alright, 455. But it's still a little bit more value than single target hits. Why are these guys so evasive? Let me see here. Yep. We're gonna bully one of you into submission. Damn! I think it's probably worth it to single target one of them down. Black Fang? Oh no! Are they all up to their ass-craft? Alright, that's one of you down. We're gonna need some Sacred Breaths to take these S-crafts. Yup. Ow. They are not playing around. Your speed is still down, so we're going to keep the assault. I'll save you! I wonder, is Heartbreak gonna do more damage? Absolutely not. Uh-oh, they're no longer clocked down. Gonna have to finish one of you off real fast-like. Still, go ahead and clock the last one down. You had one turn and you used it just to walk over to me. Could have sworn Joshua had some ranged AoE. I like how it gave dominantly Black Sepith. Ugh, that was tough. You were just a fraction too slow in realizing the deception, I fear. I'm afraid this is check and mate. What? Yeah, hell! This is... can't stay awake. It was a bit too easy a sport, really. But at least your reactions were amusing. It may be a small token of gratitude, but allow me to invite you to a place I think you'll find very interesting. Uh-oh. Where'd he take Estelle? Talk about walking right into the snake pit. Hey, Estelle, you alright? Uh-oh. What is it? Estelle! Someone tell me this is a bad joke. There. Damn it. Whoa! Kevin is the leader of the group? We're playing as Kevin right now. The Crystal Throne of Evil. Is it Kevining time? Yes. And then he Kevined all over the place. Ah, crap! Oh, dear. Is this a segment of the game when we have to go without the main character? Estelle! This is Estelle. Joshua. Oh, not the running with no motion. It's okay. It's enough. Ugh! I was always just a broken puppet. Okay, you're gonna have to back way up with this body horror. I could never go back to being human. Nope! They just full sent it! So enough. Enough. No. Thank you. Goodbye, Estelle. No. No! Wow, what a scream! You okay, Estelle? Ren? Oh, good. Just a dream. Did you have a scary nightmare? Yeah, a total nightmare. Now that freaky doll is even showing up in my dreams. I mean... Wait a second! Ren, what are you doing here? I was wondering when you were gonna act all surprised. You're so laid back, Estelle. I love that about you. Yeah, well, forgive me for not being on the ball right after waking up. Anyway, where... It's not so odd for me to be here, you know. We're actually at our brand new base. New base? Mm-hmm. Look out the window. Okay. What? Are we making trails in the sky? Oh, we got a cel-shaded anime scene right here. Ooh, Ouroboros. And there's the icon of this snake eating its own tail. Very iconic of anything bearing the name Ouroboros. Welcome aboard the Crimson Ark, the Glorious. This ship could beat up an entire army. Don't you think this is just the best toy ever? You people, what are you planning on doing with something like this? Ah, our guest is finally awoken. Welcome aboard, Estelle. I trust your nap was restful. I'm sure you're quite out of sorts, being brought aboard with no fanfare. Fear not, we haven't brought you here to cause you any harm. Far from it, in fact. You're free to relax here. Why don't we take the chance to have a nice chat about the society, about our goals, and about our common friends, I think I can answer many of your questions. Fine. Not like I have much of a choice. Let's hear it. Excellent. I'll be waiting. Ren, be a darling and show Estelle the way up here, would you? Sure. Okay. Come, Estelle. Let's go to the sanctuary. Sanctuary? It's a really pretty room on the top deck of this ship. Professor's waiting for us there. Alright, show me the way. Aw, you don't need to be so serious. I think you'll really like what we have to say. Huh? Explain. You'll just have to find out. Anyway, follow me. Come on, come on. we're playing as Ren. I mean, we are following Ren, and Estelle is just along for the ride. Well, the sanctuary isn't this way. Then again, it would be very in character for Ren to just drag her feet. A knockout meatball. No matter where you go in this life, there's always someone looking to take you for all you got. It happened to me, and it will happen to you. Here you go. Even though I picked it up, I'm gonna put this in your inventory, Estelle. Man, I wanted Ren to have an in-menu portrait. I know it's not much fun to open an empty chest. Think about how much fun it was to open when we still had something in it. Ah, memories. Nah, Ren's doing this on purpose. Glorious. Forecastle, second floor. I see. Access to the sanctuary in the engine room is restricted. Please provide voice identification. Enforcer number 15, Ren. Codename, Angel of Slaughter. Destination, Sanctuary. Access granted. Welcome, Enforcer Ren. And here we are. This is the sanctuary. Professor should be just inside. Hey, Ren. What is it? Were you the one controlling that Joshua puppet in the base? Uh-huh, that's right. The professor asked me to. Neat, huh? So you're a victim of the society too? Huh? Never mind. Well, here I go. See you later. That is a pretty room. And he's playing an organ. Like a friggin' Phantom of the Opera coded theater kid villain he is. Welcome aboard the Glorious. It's been some time since we last met, Estelle. Professor Alba, I thought it was... Wait a minute. She actually remembers Professor Alba? She probably got her memory wiped of meeting him on the day that Joshua ran away. So she still remembers who Professor Alba is. Professor Alba. I thought it was you. I finally remembered when I heard your voice a minute ago. Oh, okay. Rip Professor Alba, still the saddest death in the franchise. Can you imagine if you just let Alba die during one of the times you're escorting him? You could have just, the game would have been entirely over then. Cassius Bright's daughter continues to impress. The seal on your memory wasn't particularly strong, but throwing it up on your own is still worth some manner of praise. My apologies. I've yet to properly introduce myself. My true name is George Weissman. I am one of the Anguis, supervisors of the society. The Anguis? So you're like one of the high commanders of the society? Something like that. Now, as I've said before, I am completely prepared to answer any questions you may have. What would you like to ask first? Honestly, there's so much to ask. I'm not even sure where to start. You needn't fret. Take your time thinking things over. If it pleases you, I could play a relaxing etude while you collect your thoughts. Yeah, I think I'll pass. You know, you didn't strike me as someone who'd be into that sort of thing. Well, whatever. Here's a question for you. Was the whole poor archaeologist thing a total act or what? Putting the poverty aside, I actually am an archaeologist. And as an aside, I picked up the pipe organ during my time with the church. I may not be that Erebonian you spend so much time with, but I dare say I'm decent, wouldn't you? Weissman put in some respect on Olivier's name. I can dig it. Hang on, the church? Like the Septian? I was something of an academic priest. A chance meeting with the Grand Master led me to discarding the path of faith. My knowledge of artifacts, paltry as it is, still provides useful from time to time, thankfully, with our current plan in particular. The one who tempted Colonel Richard into starting the coup, and the one who arranged all the gospel experiments. It was you. It certainly was. And it was all for the sake of our cause. Your gospel plan? I saw something in the research facility about that. Your plan is to take the aureole, isn't it? Take the aureole? That's not entirely accurate. But for the purposes of this conversation, it will suffice. Yes. What is the aureole anyway? Why do you want it so bad? I know it's said to be one of the treasures of Idios, but just what is it? For the moment, I must keep the exact nature of the aureole a secret. I would, after all, so hate to spoil the surprise. The surprise? Right, thanks. Our plan has moved into its third phase. Very, very soon now, its true nature will be plain to see. I can barely contain my anticipation. And once the aureole has shown itself, then we will see the potential of mankind unfurl before our eyes. The potential of mankind? Ragnar said something about that too. Oh? The Holy Beast was willing to bestow his wisdom upon you. Perhaps you are doing more than simply living in your father's shadow. Spare me the flattering. And what the hell? I keep asking you things and you keep dodging the answers. Do forgive me. It wasn't my intention to be so evasive. I can, however, easily answer the question I know you want to ask the most. The what? What keeps you from asking it? Don't be afraid. Muster your courage and ask it of me. Where's Joshua? His exact location is currently unknown to me. Hello, moderating tone. It was I, Dio, all along. There's two names from Sky that got reused in Cold Steel 3. Alright, looking forward to figuring that out. From what I've observed, he's up to something with those Sky Bandits. Their movements have proven to be quite elusive, though he is alive and well, I can assure you. Okay. Joshua's specialties are covert operation and guerrilla warfare. I was the one who tuned him to excel at such, but he has long since surpassed even my greatest expectations. I gleefully await seeing the height of his potential. You... Come now, you needn't look so angry. When Joshua was entrusted to my care, his heart was akin to a glass ornament dashed against a paving stone. He was my first attempt at rebuilding such a shattered soul. Is it not natural, you think, for an academic to be curious about the result of his work? What did you tell Joshua on the day of the Queen's birthday celebrations? I merely removed the block on his memory and told him the truth. That he, once taken into your home, had unwittingly been acting as a spy and sending guild information to the society. That Richard's coup succeeded in its own right because of him. And finally that, thanks to his efforts, the ground was at last fertile for our plan. I even rewarded him. I formally released him from his obligations to the society. I finally get it. Why Joshua, that night, why he disappeared, why he said goodbye with that look on his face. Yes, I must say I did find that regrettable. To think Joshua would abandon you so coldly after regaining himself. I recommended he just pretend he knew nothing of it and continue his life with you. But alas, I suppose my generosity backfired. No? I'm amazed. I'm amazed you can even say that. You are the one who chased Joshua into a corner in the first place. He didn't have a choice. So he had to look like that. And give his harmonica to me. And say, goodbye, Estelle. All of it! Every last bit! It's all your fault! Ugh! Lo, the hell did you come from? I was here from the start. You simply didn't bother to notice. What an undignified performance. You performed so well in completing my challenges, too. Did I not teach you to think before you act? Come on, give her some credit. Takes balls to pick a fight with him. Agreed. Regardless of her skills, her courage certainly is impressive. Though I wonder if we should call it courage or mere foolishness. Oh, crap. So you're the Divine Blade's daughter? This would be the first time we've met. I am Enforcer number 0, Campanella the Fool. Nice to meet you. Another one? Stop it, guys. You're scaring Estelle. Ren 2? You don't need to worry, Estelle. I know what I said last time, but we aren't here to hurt you or anything. Promise. Huh? To be fair to Wiseman, he did say he would answer any questions, but he never said he'd give any useful answers. Very true. This seems like a turning point in the game. You think you'll post these cutscene visuals you've been forgetting to do. You know, I was wondering where those were. I figured there was a reason, but... Are we gonna get a cutscene visual of Estelle holding Joshua's severed head? Because that'd be disturbing. Why not ask Estelle right now? Well, now is a good time as any. How about it, Estelle? Would you like to join Ouroboros? What? I'm sorry, I misheard that. Would you say that one more time? I asked if you would like to join the Society of Ouroboros. You wouldn't become a full-fledged enforcer right away, of course. You would be more a candidate for the position. Are you insane? Come now. It's hardly the leap of logic you're thinking. Joshua has been rather stubborn about returning, but with you here, he would undoubtedly come back to us. And to you. Oh, Estelle, you want to see Joshua again more than anything else, right? If you join us, that'll come true right away. What's there to even think about? But Now, Ren, Estelle might need some time to weigh her options. You will be departing the ship for a little while on business, Estelle. You may give us your answer when we return. And I do apologize for this, but your options must remain fairly limited during your stay. Feel free to request anything you need, but you'll be staying in your cabin. Damn! We're in quite the pickle here. If I rejoin the Society, I'll meet Joshua again. That's all but guaranteed. Besides, I don't have to join them for real, right? I can just, pretend to join them and learn more about how they operate. I'm not the best actress in the world, so it might be hard, but it's better than just being locked up. No, that's stupid. This isn't the way I do things. Pardon me? Huh? You. No need to be so on guard. I have no intention of harming you, though if you try something like that little stunt of yours earlier, I may have no other choice. Yeah, well, sorry. Estelle's resolve cracked like dry spaghetti. It really did. The final chapter alone has 6 visuals. Oh, wow. I have to admit, if this game is as backloaded as FC was, I mean, first chapter was, incredibly backloaded. In the last 99.5%, or in the last 0.05% of the game, the majority of the story happened. So I can imagine there being 6 key visuals. I can imagine the final chapter of this story is just going to be bam, 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 with all of the really important plot details. What are you doing here anyway? Weren't you guys going out somewhere? The professor and the others are the ones who will be advancing the plan. I'm staying behind and minding the glorious. What is it you people are planning on doing? If you wish to find out, why not accept the professor's invitation? You'll learn most of our plans if you do. Seems you have your answer, but you're still hesitating, aren't you? If you want my advice, Stelbright, you're not suited for the Society of Ouroboros. At all. In both ability and personality. Man, you have to be so completely blunt about it? Tell me how you really feel, why don't you? Don't misunderstand me. The potential for the necessary skill is within you. Somewhere. In all of that. But your personality, you have too little darkness within you to be a part of the Ouroboros. Darkness? All those in service to the Grand Master bear some kind of darkness on their shoulders. Myself, the Professor, the other enforcers. Joshua, too, needless to say. Hey, what's your relationship to Joshua, anyway? Our relationship? Joshua was rarely focused on you. He seemed to know who you were, even though he didn't recognize you with that mask on. And on top of that, it seemed like he was desperate to find out who you were. That doesn't surprise me. Professor sealed part of his memory away. He was hypnotized in such a way that the moment he left the society, he could remember little about us. Even if he remembered his actions as part of the society, he could not remember his Confederates. That would have been the core of his dilemma. Memories of his childhood would be the same. Even if he remembers Karin, he likely would have only loosely remembered me. This feels like some reverse psychology right there. At this point, anything's on the table. I'm just letting this game cook. I see. So that's why. Wait, Karin? I've heard that name before. Karin Astray, a childhood friend of mine, and Joshua's older sister. She died 10 years ago. Boy, that 100 Years' War certainly broke society, didn't it? 100 Days' War. What? That harmonica you have was originally Karin's. Is it Karen? Is it Karin? Is it Karen? Joshua held on to it as a memento, and then it was passed on to you. Karen is the name Joshua used when he dressed up as a maid in the previous game. She's also the sister Joshua referred to during the end of first chapter, not Estelle. Oh, that is some fridge heartbreak right there. Joshua had an older sister? How did Karen pass away? I hope you know what you're really asking. The answer to that question requires staring into the abyss in which Joshua and the rest of us reside, and it will stare back. Are you prepared for that? Tell me! I don't know if I'm ready for what's coming or whatever, but I want to know what kind of path Joshua has followed. If nothing else, I have to know that. As you wish. It's a good thing I'm doing this at the end of a stream and not at the beginning. If she's pronounced like Karen from Street Fighter, it's Karen. I see. Why is it a good thing that I'm doing this at the end of the stream? It was a little over 10 years ago. Back when you could still find the village of Hamel on maps of Erebonia and Liberal. Uh-oh. We're diving into Hamel. Hamel was a tiny little place. There weren't many other young people, so the three of us were always together. I dreamed of becoming a bracer, and I spent my free time practicing my swordsmanship. Karen and Joshua would watch and encourage me. That was how he whiled away the days. Once I was done with practice, we would turn our ears to Karen's harmonica. Karen could play anything on that harmonica. Anything. My favorite was always the old Erebonian folk song, The Whereabouts of Light. This entire time it's been an Erebonian folk song. This is going to get heavy. You will need digestion time. Let's do it. It seemed like that bliss would last forever. We believed that. We had no reason to doubt it. That day dawned and began, just like any other. And then they came. A band of invaders. garbed in black and armed with Liberlian weaponry, came from nowhere. They encircled the village and slaughtered everyone in sight. None were spared. Not the old and infirm, not the young and defenseless, not even infants. Those who were killed quickly in the opening moments were the luckiest by far. And the women, even in this telling, there are some things I will not recount. Holy. We fled desperately from that hell. We were lucky to be in a position to escape when the attack began. We fled for the outskirts of the village. The screams of our own families carried to our ears on the wind. Once we'd gotten to the outskirts, I told Karen and Joshua I would act as bait to confuse any pursuers. I promised them I would catch up to them as soon and sent them ahead. But the attackers, they had laid their plans well. They had people in position to deal with any who tried to flee. When I finally caught up to them, the scene was strangely quiet. A man, dead, shot through the throat. Joshua, with a gun in his hand, dumbstruck. And Karen, holding Joshua with a horrific wound on her back. She was barely breathing at that point. Oh no. Not dying with your smile on your face. I know you're trying to encourage the people that you're looking up at, but that just makes it more disturbing. Even now, the scene seems surreal to me. Karen was calm and content. She entrusted her harmonica to Joshua, then asked that I take care of him. And then she died quietly there in that clearing. That face of Estelle's has been so multifaceted, but I think it has been put to the greatest use in this very moment. Why I did that? The Empire invaded Liberal almost immediately afterwards. A defenseless little village, its inhabitants slaughtered by men with Liberalian arms. It was almost too perfect an excuse to invade. It can't be. Liberalian troops doing that? When the local garrison found us, they were adamant the invaders were Liberalian. When the war ended a few months later, with the Empire's defeat, however, we were given a different tale entirely. They told us instead that a band of Jaeger dropouts had turned to pure brigandry, and they told us to never speak to anyone else of the attack. The Erebonian authorities announced that Hamel had been destroyed in a landslide, and all roads leading there were to be closed completely. Hold on. What? Why would they lie about that? Neither explanation makes sense. That's almost like... Indeed. Everything was a fabrication by the Warhawks and the Empire to justify the invasion of Liberal. At the end of the war, the ruse was discovered, and the imperial government was thrown into a panic. They conceded to a comprehensive peace and executed nearly everyone involved in the plot, all to pretend that it never happened. That, Estelle Bright, is the tragedy of Hamel in full. There's this manga starring Lo that accounts this perspective from Hamel's final day all the way to the end of the game. They don't hold back with the visuals in it, specifically with the Hamel incident, and the certain details that are exactly what they sound like, I'm guessing. That was also when Joshua's heart was broken entirely. He was now burdened with the torturous death of his sister, his parents, and everyone he knew, and even the shock of taking another man's life. How could that not shatter the soul of a 6-year-old child? You've likely heard the rest from Joshua. His spirit was so wholly broken that he lost all will to do anything but play that harmonica. He began to waste away. That was when the two of us were found by Weissman. To save Joshua's life, I had entrusted him to Weissman's care and threw myself into Ouroboros training. And then, 2 years later, Joshua, repaired as he was by Weissman, followed the same path. This is darkness, Estelle Bright. Do you understand what sort of gulf separates you and Joshua now? Do you understand what he stares into every day? I do. Yeah. Now I think I really understand why Joshua left. Hey. Next time you see him, tell Weissman thanks, but no thanks. I'll never join Ouroboros. It's not because I like or dislike the society, but as long as I'm going to pull Joshua over that gulf you mentioned, forget it. Although, I do feel kind of bad about letting Ren down after she went through all this trouble to invite me. Yeah, you think she'll forgive me if I say I'm sorry? You are one of a kind, Estelle, right? To hear those whores, and thus lose your hesitation? You truly are more than just the daughter of the Divine Blade. Thanks for the compliment, I guess. And you say all that, but you care about Joshua too, right? You guys were friends. Or maybe more like brothers. In a way, we're brother and sister by association. Give me a hug! Let me be absolutely clear. That was 10 years ago. To me now, he's nothing more than a rogue element to be eliminated. Professor seems to enjoy letting Joshua do as he pleases. I have a different plan in mind. Sooner or later, I will deal with Joshua personally. Wait a second! What the hell is this? Karin asked you to take care of him. Doesn't that mean anything to you? I have my own path I've chosen for myself. I've dedicated myself to my goal, and any who stand in my way shall die by my blade. Not even Karin's final request will stop me. How can you... Ugh! Did one of you just clip through? Where did you learn to fly? Those are... the professor and the others, yes. It looks like the third stage of the plan is getting underway. The third stage? What's... That is not for you to know. Once we're finished, we'll be returned to your father. Behave until then. Now just as one final note, don't even think of attempting to escape. The Glorious is 8,000 arge above ground. You have nowhere to run. Don't even think of attempting to escape, he says. As if he doesn't know that it's human nature for me to want to do the exact opposite. Besides, he's the only enforcer on board. Alright, why not? Let's do this. The gears are turning. Estelle's forming something. Okay, the timing's gonna be everything. If I can figure that out, I'll be good. Let's see. I'll wait a couple of hours until they let their guard down. Then... Right. It's worth a shot. So... This was a memento of Karen, huh? You shouldn't throw away something like this so easy. You idiot. Hey, time to change shifts. How's the girl acting? Quiet as a mouse. She might be a bracer, but she's still just a kid. Probably curled up in her bed, scared out of her mind. Babysitting while everyone else is out sucks. This is so boring. Want to get out there into the action. But you're whining. They're Leonhardt's orders. And hell if I'm not gonna follow his instructions to the letter. Eh? What was that sound? Hey! What are you doing? You don't think she escaped? Damn it! That stupid girl! Does she not get where she is? She's trying to kill herself or something? Ah, God, Hannah, take me right now. She probably fell. You've got to be kidding me. What are we gonna tell Leonhardt that'll keep our heads? Damn brat, nothing but a load of trouble. Damn brat, huh? Ha! You! Nice try, old man. Oh, look at this! Really living up to her dad's legacy right here. Never underestimate a bracer. First of all, don't you think that was a little rude? Calling a sweet maiden like myself a damn brat? Yeah, it wasn't me! I didn't call you that, I swear! Oh, you didn't? Well, you didn't correct your buddy then. Either way, it's nap time for you. Okay. Reinforcements are probably gonna get here real quick, so I should book it. Gotta be some way off this boat. And I won't give up. Not until I see Joshua. Not until I see that dummy again. You won't stop for anything, Lo? Well, neither will I. Wonder if there's anything for me to find up here, aside from the exit. So this is the way that goes down to floor 1, and I'm guessing it won't let me go into floor 2. Actually, I've already explored everything, haven't I? Well, there's this whole other area. Excuse me? Oh, I got a preemptive attack off. Is it really a good idea for me to get into fights as Estelle right now? We should stop for being way past reset time? Alright. Ah, treasure. Taro bomb. I don't know what you expected. The Addams family. I'm gonna say that every time you bring that up. Yeah, no treasures in here. Well then, I am going to place myself in front of where Estelle's room was. There we go. There's still so much more to this chapter. Like, do we still have like an hour straight to go through? Because this does feel like a good stopping point. We got through all the really intense stuff, and now we're kind of into the burst of action. Probably an hour? Okay, yeah. Then we need to stop. I'm already well past my bedtime, anywho. And you all need to get to bed yourself. So, that is gonna be it for tonight. Thank you for joining me in this leg of the journey. It's been quite the roller coaster ride. Thank you, James. Mitre to Catone. Solaris. And you, if you're watching this stream as a VOD, so you know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment, ring the bell, join the Discord. It is in the description. It'll let you know when the next stream comes up. And your bedtime is later. I mean, I said you should go to bed. I didn't say that I didn't say I was going to enforce it. So, now knowing Joshua's plight, and in position to escape her captivity and resume her quest to bring Joshua back into the light, will Estelle be able to escape the glorious and reunite with her friends and Joshua furthermore? Find out next time with Estelle Bright. That's a, I recently discovered Clutch Cargo, so wanted to do one of those for the ending of a stream. But yeah, next time we're going to be staging a daring escape. Until then, game out.